As a person who does literally nothing with his life, I love slice of life anime. It gives me a peek into the world of someone who actually does stuff, and experiences things, and has friends. It's all very exciting and foreign to me. And after seeing Ritsu from K-On!, I knew I needed to watch the anime to see Best Girl in action. So after months and months of not watching it, eventually I had to talk about anime with my friend, and it led to K-On!, and I decided to finally watch it. I finished the whole series in a week. I finished the first season of 12 episodes in a day, and I finished the second season of 26 episodes and the movie over the rest of that week. Now if you're wondering, but Kiwi, what's K-On!? Fear not, civilian, because I'm here to explain it to you with as little spoilers as possible, which is very easy to do because there's not much of a plot. K-On! Is an anime about a high schooler by the name of Yui trying to find a club when school starts. She's unsuccessful for a while, but fret not, because Best Girl and her butt buddy Scaredy Pants McPrettyface over here are in the light music club that has the risk of shutting down due to a lack of members. So Yui goes up and asks to join the club, and Best Girl's like, "Aight, sick, here, have this harmonica." And Yui's like, "I can't play anything, but I'm really enthusiastic and cute." And Best Girl's like, "Geez, what are you, stupid? But fine, here, have some cake and learn to play the guitar, you're in." So Yui goes on an epic adventure to learn how to play guitar, and it's really cute. Although K-On! Lacks a distinct plot other than the light music club's growth and development of the characters throughout high school, in my opinion it's still an amazing show. The characters are all extremely adorable and lovable, and while their designs are quite basic, it brings together the whole high schoolers trying to find their way mood. There's nothing that disconnects them from their classmates, they're all just high schoolers doing what they enjoy like everybody else. I'm gonna run through the main cast, Supersonic Speed. If Supersonic Speed was a brisk walk, stopping every time they see a cute girl. Yui, our protagonist of this show, is a lighthearted, slightly clueless girl whose main defining factor is her love for sweets and food in general.
ユイばっかりずるいぞ。私も欲しい。
She's the main guitarist and lead singer of the band After School Tea Time, the band with all the main characters and the band the main story focuses on. She learned guitar through her bandmates, and throughout the story it's said that she doesn't know how to read music, she doesn't know any musical terminologies, but she still plays like she does. It's really weird, to be completely honest with you. Ritsu, our best girl, the drummer for After School Tea Time and the president of the Light Music Club, is a loud and outgoing person who seems to share a lot of qualities with Yui, such as being laid back, often lazy, and seemingly clueless at times.
ここは私に任せておけ。Hey yo! I am 部長。We are お客さん。演奏しません。りっちゃん、頑張ってるけど、だいぶ日本語だよ。りっちゃん、もう一押し。I love sushi. すごいわ、ロンドン。
While she's extremely laid back at times during the show, she's the energy of the group. She's the one who hypes everyone else up for the shows, she keeps the pace of the songs, and she keeps the mood upbeat in a lot of situations. Now that the best girls are explained, I'm gonna speedrun the rest of the girls. Mio's a scaredy cat and Ritsu's best friend. She's the bassist. Mugi's the rich girl who's unaware of the working class and is excited by every little thing. She's on the keyboard. Azusa, who's the third best girl but still far behind Yui, is on backup guitar, if that's what it's called. She's the younger girl. She's really cute and gets mad at the other people in the band for slacking off on practices, but eventually she falls into their bad habits. The main idea of the show is the group's music. Although it does seem to fall on the wayside for a more slice-of-life approach, there's still strong emphasis on the group's music. Most of the settings are in the club room where they spend most of their time having tea and eating snacks. They still do talk about their band a lot though, such as what they plan to do for certain school events, their new songs, practice, and just the group in general. It all has a very genuine and cozy feel, and I grew to like all the characters in the show, especially Ritsu, which might be obvious. The fact that the group's so tight-knit is a strong point of the show as well. It's something that's emphasized. As I said before, Azusa's the youngest of the group and she's a year behind everybody else. She was tempted to join the Light Music Club from the freshman welcoming performance. When she got to joining, she realized how weird the group was, with their constant fighting, their slacking off, how most of the time after school is spent having tea and snacks. She got conflicted. She didn't know why she liked their music so much, even stating that they were mediocre at best as a band, and she considered leaving. But then she realized she liked them so much because of how close everybody was. Yui didn't know any music terms. She didn't know how to read music, but she was still amazing at playing guitar. She could tune her guitar by ear and has a pitch-perfect voice, all just coming natural. Mio is a klutz and extremely shy, but she fights through it and still goes on stage. Azusa realizes that the reason they sound so good is because they're playing with each other. They wouldn't play with anybody else and it said so. She joins the club not because of a lack of consistent practice, she joins the club because she realizes these are people who love and care for each other. People who have wildly different personalities joining together, and their personalities show and clash through their music. Ritsu always going a bit too fast on drums. In the first song they play, Yui forgot to sing because she was focused on her guitar. On their first performance, Mio tripped over the aux cord, basically flashing the crowd. And all that made Asusa stay. And that's what made her understand her bandmates. These members are extensions of each other. All their little quirks were what brought them together to make their songs so appealing. On the topic of their performances for festivals, these are all extremely well made and endearing, with the one on episode 12 almost kind of making me consider crying. With the circumstances and actions of Yui, I absolutely loved that episode. All the times the band actually performs are extremely exciting. If you've watched The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, their performance of God Knows, the hype you feel during that, if you multiplied it by like 8, that'd be the K-On! Performances. One of the main criticisms that K-On! Gets online is that there aren't many actual performances. There's like 13 in total and 4 of them are in the movie. But never once in the show did I think, hey, I sure hope that the adorable characters stop interacting with each other so I could get more music. Although the musical performances are some of my favorite parts of the show, if they made it exclusively about the music, the characters would be a lot less likable. The show would have less time to emphasize their experiences together, their friendships, and their own personalities. And then by extension, their performances would also lack. It would lack the connection you feel with all the characters while they play. On the 20th episode of the second season, after their performance of You and I, and later on episode 24 with their performance of Touched by an Angel, I won't lie, I bawled my eyes out. Without spoiling, they had such a heartfelt performance. When the characters I had watched on this show for 32 episodes at the point of You and I finished their performance they worked so hard on, and their last performance for a high school festival, it legitimately felt like the apex of the show. Every performance before that was building up to this one. All the school was looking forward to it. And they still messed up on stage. Yui was rambling in the mic. Azusa almost knocked over her mic. Ritsu was perfect and I love her. But all their performances led up to this one, their last one. And they still had their quirks and their imperfections. Getting too excited, being a klutz, messing up. This was all there even on their last performance, from first to last. And that was amazing to me. Yui, Ritsu, Mio, Mugi, and Azusa had their last and best performance at the school there. And their imperfections couldn't be more perfect. I feel like I'm repeating myself at this point about saying how good all the characters are. Their friendships have legitimately made K-On! One of my favorite anime. It's a show where you can actually hear the progress the group makes. They play better as the show goes on. And it's an anime I'll probably be revisiting for a long time. I recommend it to anybody who's looking for a good relaxed show to watch, or anybody who just likes anime and slice of life in general. I love K-On! And I'll continue to like it for as long as I have good tastes in cute girls. And all that's what made Azusa. And all that's what made Azusa. And all that's what made the. Why is this so hard to say? And all of that. And all of that is what. And all of that is what made Azusa. And all of that is what made Azusa. And all of that is what made Azusa. And all of that is what made Azusa say. Why is this so hard to say, dude? Jesus. And all of that is what made Azusa. And all of that is what made Azusa say. And all of that is what made Azusa. God. I can't say it. Why can't I say it? And all of that is what made Azusa stay. Jesus Christ, that took 10 years to... Jeez. That's a tongue twister. And that's what made her understand her bandmates. These members were extensions of each other. All their little quirks were what brought them together and made their songs so appealing. Jesus Christ. You want to actually say